Hey guys, and welcome to the Anaheim Mighty Ducks franchise mode in NHL 21. We're bringing back the Anaheim Mighty Ducks brand, the logo and the uniform. So the logos, guys can see here on the screen. I made it the best I could with the limits you get with EA Sports NHL 21. I'm going to go into a quick look at the jerseys away and home of the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. So I'm pretty excited for this. It is actually my favorite classic logo and uniform in hockey. I would love for them to bring back that look. I'm glad they have it at least as a alternate, somewhat of a modernized version of it. And we're gonna use the same roster, so it's not a remake of the Mighty Ducks team. It is the exact same roster as they have for a 2020-21 season. So this is a look at the jersey. So you got that green and purple. I made it as accurate as I could with the options you get. I think they came out pretty nicely. And then you've got the home jersey, which is the purple with the green. The logo is just the same Mighty Ducks logo, but I made it with the colors green and purple with a bit of yellow accent, as it does have the yellow accent on that Mighty Ducks logo, the classic logo they had. So it's been a while since I made any videos or any series. I actually recently bought a house, so the past couple of months have been very busy. Haven't been around to make any content, but getting back into it. Pretty excited to start off this new franchise mode with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Actually using a new mic to record, so quality of sound should be better. I've actually started a expansion franchise mode, so if you guys don't follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Canadian, same username as YouTube with the in front, you guys can see I post some few times a week, usually updates on that expansion franchise mode. So we're going to take a look at the team. We're definitely not going to be a competing team, although look at that top six, +5 and a +3 right off the bat. We have insane chemistry, but I'm looking forward to the future because we do have some excellent prospects I'm going to show you guys in just a few minutes. So we're starting off with Maxime Comtois, Ricard Raquel, and Jacob Silverberg. They actually have a +5, so Silverberg playing like an 88, Raquel like a 90 overall center, then Comtois like an 87. They got Max Jones along with Sam Steele and Anaheim Henrique. So a couple of young guys with a veteran +3, so playing like 83, 83, and 85. I actually have Getzlaf on the third line just because it helps with the chemistry. I could put Getzlaf on the wing, but I need that centerman there. He's a very good centerman to have on the third line, good defensively as well. So Delorier, Getzlaf, and Troy Terry on the third line. Then we got David Backus with Danton Heinen and Carter Rowney on the fourth line. Pretty weak bottom six apart from Getzlaf. Top six isn't the highest overall for the second line. They do have that +3. First line should be very good. Taking a look at defense here, we got Hampus Lindholm, Josh Manson, 85 and 84 respectively for the overalls. Second pairing, we got Cam Fowler and Kevin Shattenkirk. They have a +1, making them an 85 and 84. And then Jacob Larson and Hayden Fleury, they actually have a +3. So a lot for these two young guys to grow. Only 23 and 24 years old. Playing like an 83 and 82. And then we got one of the better goaltenders in the league. Definitely would be part of that American team in the Olympics. John Gibson, 90 overall. Ryan Miller, 81, backing him up. I don't think John Gibson does get the love he deserves. I mean, he's one of the better goaltenders in the entire league. Just because he's playing on a bad team, he doesn't get maybe enough recognition, but he is excellent. Special teams, the first power play unit actually has a +5. Getzlaf, Raquel, Comtois, Silverberg, Shattenkirk. So power play should be great. You got Jones, Henrique, Steele, Fowler, Lindholm for a second unit. The 4-man just has 0. I really wasn't able to get that much better chemistry in that. 4-man penalty kill 0 and a -1, and a 3-man is pretty bad. So if we're down 5-on-3, probably going to get scored on. There's really not a lot I could do about that, unfortunately. So that's a look at the Anaheim Mighty Ducks roster. Taking a look at the AHL, the San Diego Gulls. So this is where I'm excited, guys. Isaac Lundstrom, Trevor Zegras, and Alexander Volkov first line. So Trevor Zegras, 79 overall, medium elite at 19. He was a 9th overall pick back in 2019. Already has very solid stats all around. I expect him to be a franchise player for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks moving forward. Isaac Ludstrom as well is going to be very good. 77 overall at 20, medium top 6. He was a 23rd overall pick back in 2018. Then we got Alexander Volkov, 76, only medium top 9. Might not grow as much. He was actually a pick of the Lightning. We got 2 first round picks right here in the first line. Benoit Olivier Giroux with Sonny Milano and Jacob Perreault. They actually have a +1. You know what? I just noticed Vinny Lettieri there giving that +1. And let's see if I can move these guys around. Let's give me a couple of changes. Just want to have the higher overalls at the top there. Braden Tracy, 68 overall, 19. But again, I'm going to put the higher overalls there. Benoit Olivier Giroux, I've seen him play. He played with the Moncton Wildcats, actually, in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. In the past season, they got him, I believe it was at the deadline. Benoit Olivier Giroux, 20 years old, 70 overall, medium top 6. We got a couple of guys that could definitely grow. For defense here, we have some excellent prospects. Braden Gooley there. It's already 23, 80 overall, medium top 4. Might not grow as much, but definitely good to have him there. A young defenseman that could play probably in our second or third pairing down the road. But this guy here, Jamie Drysdale, medium elite, 77 overall at 18. He's going to be our best defenseman for years to come. Gooley there, he was actually picked with a Buffalo Sabres second rounder. Drysdale, of course, picked 6 overall in the past draft last year in 2020 by the Ducks. We got Walensky, Mahura, Benoit, and Anderson. Axel Anderson, seen him play with the Moncton Wildcats as well. I'm actually going to move Benoit there, just noticed, given he is 22. Only 70 potential, medium top 4 for Josh Mahura, so could definitely grow. Away in goal, we have Lucas Dustal, and I'll have Anthony Stolarz backing him up. Pretty high overall, there's 79 overall. Lucas Dustal, 70 overall, medium star potential at 20. Could potentially grow. He was a 3rd round pick in 2018, so hopefully he does well for us. Take a look now at the power play. So basically put the top guys there. Not a lot of chemistry. No chemistry, but again, I just want to get the top guys to have some good ice time and hopefully grow down in the AHL. Now, I'm going to take a look quickly at our coaching staff. I want to show you guys what situation we have for coaches. So we do have a 55 staff chemistry, which is pretty low. We have Maxime Jarvet there. Decent stats all around. He actually has a 71% team fit. So I definitely want to keep him as our coach, given he does have an excellent team fit, gives us good chemistry. We'll see how that works down the line there. As for the trade block I have right now, trading block, I have a couple of guys that are not great contracts. Adam Henry, 5.8 for 4 years, only 82. Shannkirk there. Fleury, I do have him on a trade block because has almost have value, just a bit over a 1/3. I want to see what we can get for him, if potentially we could even get an upgrade on him. These 2 guys are prospects. Do have about a 1/4 trade value, so I want to go in a younger direction. We do have some big contracts as well. I mean, such as Ryan Getzlaf. Take a look here. Getzlaf, 8.25, but it's ending this year. Fowler, 6.5. Ricard and Raquel Lindholm are pretty good contracts there. Silverberg, 5.2. And Henrik, probably going to have to move him. Maybe Silverberg, we're going to see about that. Going down the list, Backus, his contract actually ends after this year, which is good. 4.5 million for a 77 overall. We have 7.6 million of cap space already. We should be getting a lot of cap space for next year. Gibson is on a fantastic contract, 6.4 until 2026, 2027. So our goalie situation is very good. He's only 27, so he could be good for a long time. I'm going to simulate a few months, going to simulate up to January 1st, see how the team is doing, then go into the trade deadline. We're definitely going to be a seller, and we're starting off with a couple losses, so we're going to be with guys in a second. Alright, so that is a trade offer. We are offered Marc-Andre Fleury and a 4 for Hayden Fleury. So Fleury for Fleury only has 9 points. He is a +2, 9 points in 37 games. I mean, he's already 24 years old. Only 9 points, +2. I mean, he's playing bottom pairing defense at the moment. The thing is, he already have John Gibson, although Fleury, he's playing fantastic. They're 901 save percentage, 292 goals against, 17-8. it's an interesting trade offer. It's pretty good to know that we could get a player such as the caliber of Marc-Andre Fleury for Hayden Fleury. So I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm not going to make the trade right now, but I'll see if I can maybe make a similar trade either right soon or at the trade deadline. Oh, wow. So we get another trade offer here. The Leafs are wanting to trade us Timothy Liljegren in a second and Abramov for Zegras and Shankar. Now, I 100% want to hold on to Trevor Zegras. He's our star of the future. So I'm going to try and make a trade here with the Carolina Hurricanes. We're going to try to get Jacob Slavin here. He won the Lady Byng Award. One of the better defensive defensemen in the league here. He's a shutdown defenseman, never takes penalties. As you guys can see here, his discipline. His discipline is 90. Honestly, could be 99 overall. I'm going to try to get him, Jacob Slavin. He is 86 overall at 26. 5.3 for another 5 years. So, a very good contract. Try and get Nino Niederreiter as well. So, he would be replacing Henrique. Henrique, he's 82 overall at 30, making 5.8, almost 6 million for another 4 years. Niederreiter making a bit less for only 2 years. He's 83 at 28. So, I think he'd be a good upgrade. He's 1 overall higher, a couple years younger. Half of the contract length, giving him Fleury, so Slavin would be replacing him. Again, he's 79 overall, but he's already 24, only has a couple years left to grow, not even 80 overall. Giving him a 4, see if Carolina says yes. Trade is rejected. I might have to give away a third. I'm going to give away a third for next year, see if they're going to take that. Trade is accepted. There you go. So we get Jacob Slavin from the Carolina Hurricanes. I think it's a big upgrade on Hayden Fleury. He's locked up on a very good contract. I think that's good. We save half of the cap length on Henrique as well. So here's the updated look at the lines. Niederreiter fits perfectly on line number 2. He would actually give a +5 in the first line as well. So I could move him all around. He's very flexible first line, second line, which is great there. Sam Steele up to an 81 overall there. Sam Steele 81. So Niederreiter playing like an 86. As for defense, it's looking very good. Lindholm, Fowler, they have a +3 in the first pairing. Slavin and Shankar, they have a +1. Then Larson and Madison actually have a +3. So playing like an 83 and 87 on bottom pairing for defensemen, that's very solid. Now it looks like Niederreiter fits well on second power play unit with that +1. First unit still has that +5. So let's see if Niederreiter and Slavin will work for us in the long run. Alright, so we're at the trade deadline. Record of 29, 22, and 11. We actually did pretty good since we obtained Slavin and Niederreiter. We had won 5 in a row there after starting at the Vegas game. Then we won a couple in a row here. We won against the Leafs, the Habs, the Sens, the Flyers. So 4 wins in a row right there. We are currently just shy of a playoff spot right now. We actually have 69 points. Comtois there leading scorer in the team, 58 points in 62 games. So he's almost a point per game there. 24 goals in the first line. Very happy the way that he's performing right now. So definitely want to hold on to him. Him, Silverberg, and Raquel, that first line, they're getting that +5. And they're our best players for sure. 58, 54, and 52. 22 goals for Raquel Niederreiter. I want to see how well he did since he joined our team. 23 points, 12 goals, over a point per game, and a +13. That was a fantastic trade for us. Niederreiter is playing very well there on the second line for us. Sam Steele playing well, 45 points, 82 overall, so he's growing a little bit. That's good to see. Jacob there, Slavin, I want to see how well he did. +16, 10 points. So he's pretty much a point every second game, +16. So it looks like that trade is very good for our team. So I'm definitely happy about that. Take a quick look at the rest of the team. We're going to see how goaltending is doing. Gibson, 23, 20, and 10. 2 shutouts. Not great stats. Ryan Miller is actually playing much better. But again, he does have a great team in front of him. But I'm looking forward to when we can have a very good team in a few years. Hopefully Gibson is still high rated. Zegras there, 42 points in 50 games. That's awesome to see. 79 overall. I want to see how well Draisaitl is doing. 20 points in 50 games as a defenseman. He's a 0 rating. The future is looking pretty good over in Anaheim. We're going to see goal here. Stolars and then Dostal there. Not great numbers, but hopefully he can still grow. We're going to go into the trade deadline. We're definitely not going to be a buyer. Even though we're close to the playoffs, I want to see what we can do. Potentially make a move. We're going to put conservative seller for now. Alright, so obviously Marc-Andre Fleury, we got offered him actually a few times there. Dustin Byfuglien, 87 overall there, only making $2.8 million. It's definitely interesting. I want to see what else we could potentially get here. Now, I'll try to make a trade with the Buffalo Sabres. So I noticed they were interested in Tracy, who is a 69 overall prospect in 19. Probably not going to come into anything crazy good, but we have Shattenkirk here, 3 years left at 3.9 and a third. I'm trying to get a second. I'm trying to get Henry Jokiharju there. Only 21 years old, 80 overall, medium top 4 potential there. He's a two-way defender. Pretty solid stats. Shot isn't the greatest, but he's fast, 85 overall. Very good defensive stats there, which is good. 87 defensive awareness. Fits an all top 4 defensive pairing. So he saves some cap on Shattenkirk. He's getting older. Only 83 overall at 23, not playing great. That pairing only has a +1, so I'm not really worried about chemistry. We're getting a second instead of a third, so we're actually jumping up in the draft around. Let's see if that works with Buffalo. Trade is accepted. I think that's a win for us. We move up in the draft, and we get Jokiharju. So honestly, I think these two trades are the only two trades we need to make. The trade with Buffalo and the trade with the Hurricanes. As of now, I don't want to make any moves more than that because honestly, our forwards are pretty good. Like the top 6 has a +5 and +3. Defensive moves I needed to make, obtaining Jokiharju and Slavin, I made them. In goal, we're good with Gibson. I don't want to give away too many picks as I definitely want to build for the future. I think we're good with the trade deadline here. Alright, so looking at the team now after the trade deadline. So we have Jokiharju there in the second pairing with Jacob Slavin there. 86 and 80, they have a +1. Larson and Madsen, they have a +3. So very good bottom pairing for defensemen. Lindholm and Fowler are still the top pair. They have a +3 on the top line for defensemen there. Four groups pretty much the same. We have though a -1 on the fourth line unfortunately, but Niederreiter there +3, +5 on the first line, so the top 6 is very good. It's gonna go ahead and simulate the rest of the year, see how we can finish. We are 5th in the Pacific. The goals are actually 7th in their division there in the AHL in the Pacific as well. Trevor Zegras is doing very well. Hopefully he can grow. Let's finish off the season. Alright guys, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks are a playoff team. I was not expecting this. We squeak in with 92 points, 38, 28, and 16. So we are second wild card in the West. Oilers and Canucks both with 99 points. Golden Knights and Flames. And then the Central Stars, Wild, and Avalanche. So we were actually 2 points over the Sharks. So we barely made it. Bruins 116 points, 54 wins. So the Boston Bruins win a President's Trophy. Maxime Comtois almost a point per game there, 82 overall. He's only 22, medium top 6. I expect him to grow quite a bit. +35, 79 points, 27 goals. 33 goals for Rickard Rakell. Jacob Silverberg, 70 points. So the top line, 70 plus points for each. Niederreiter, 27 goals, 67 points. 39 points, just under a point per game since we traded for him from Carolina, so very happy about that. Sam Steele, 57 points as a 23-year-old, 82 overall. He should grow. Getzlaf had pretty decent season, 56 points on the third line. Definitely happy with that. Max Jones there, only an 80 overall, 50 points, almost 20 goals, 1 goal shy there. Looking at the rest of the guys, we're going to see Slavin there. Shut down defensive defenseman. 20 points and a +23. So he was a point every second game. Very, very happy with that trade with the Hurricanes there. That was awesome. Then Jokiharju, not as good, I guess. Only 3 points, but a +5, keeping the puck out of the net. Again, he can grow, only 21 years old. So pretty happy for that. Gibson did have some pretty decent stats, 92 and a 294. So save percentage over 9, a goals against under 3. Ryan Miller was fantastic there. Gibson 90 overall. We'll see how good Dostal did. Not great. Glass actually was very good there. 927 and a 182 goals against. I want to see how good the top prospects did. Zegras, 19 goals, 50 points. Milano, Grew, Ludstrom there. Drysdale, 28 points. He was a +10. So looking forward to see how they grow. We're going to take a look at the entire league. What's good about being the Mighty Ducks, you just have to scroll a few tabs at the top. The first team alphabetically. Nathan McKinnon went off. 120 points, 50 goals. 63 goals for Sagan, 65 for Ovechkin. I do have the sim scoring to high. Shooting, I believe, is just regular, but I do have the sim scoring the high just to see some higher goal and point totals. It's always cool to see. Sveshnikov there, 102 points. McDavid, only 95 points. That's pretty low for him. You expect over 100. Two players with over 60 goals. That's crazy. The McKinnon 50, Draisaitl 49, Sveshnikov, and then Pacioretty. Take a look now at defenseman there. Klingberg, 73 points, as well as Quinn Hughes, plus 39. So Quinn Hughes does have a good chance to win the Norris Trophy this year. Take a look now at goaltending. Ben Bishop, 42 wins, 6 shutouts, 908 and a 272. Tuukka Rask had even better numbers in terms of save percentage and goals against. Now I want to take a look now at the rookies. Kaprizov, 20 goals, 62 points. Maybe it's going to be the winning the Calder here, just like in real life. Nils Hoglander and Lafreniere did pretty good there. Hayden, Cousins, Velarde, Holtz, Stützle, Norris. Take a look now, rookie goaltenders, if there were any that stood out. Shesterkin there, Lankinen, and Kakkonen. So looking good, especially Kaapo Kakkonen from Minnesota. He's up to an 84 overall. Good for him. All right, so we're gonna be facing, I believe, the Dallas Stars, so the top team in the West. We are the second wild card, so it's definitely gonna be a tough matchup. Let's take a look at the Stars lines. Obviously, Sagan had over 60 goals. They have Ben Radulov. That top line is sick. Guriano, Pavelski, Rupe. That top six is amazing. Bottom six, definitely similar to us. A lot of high 70s, 80 overall there. Defense, they signed Dustin Byfuglien. They have John Klingberg in second pairing for defenseman with Vatanen. So Heiskanen, Byfuglien, Vatanen, Klingberg, Lindell, Johns. This is an extremely good defensive core. And Ben Bishop in net. He had a phenomenal year. So it's going to be a tough matchup. Honestly, 52 wins against 38 wins were the underdogs. I'm not expecting to win, but let's see. You never know with the sim in the playoffs. Let's sim the first 3 games, and we're up 2-1. So 4-3 OT win, 3-1 win, and a 2-1 loss. Going to game number 4 here in Anaheim, a 4-2 loss. So we won both games away, which is a good sign. They have home ice advantage. Let's see if we can take the lead here in Dallas in game number 5. 3-2 loss. So we're facing an elimination. Let's simulate game number 6. 4-3 wins. So we actually force a game 7 in Dallas. I'm going to slow sim this one here times 8. After 1-1. Cam Fowler and Tyler Seguin shorthanded on John Gibson. Okay. Period number 2. 3-2. We actually lead Raquel and Niederreiter. And then Heiskanen for them. Going to slow sim times 8. And Tyler Seguin with a power play goal. He has a shorty. Now he has a power play marker. And then Max Jones. There you go. And Ben Bishop. He gets us the lead, 31-18. We're actually shooting them quite a bit. And then Nicolas Deslauriers, there you go, 5-3 with only 5 minutes left. Can we pull up the upset? Can we hold on? And we are 5-3, and we eliminate the top seed in the Western Conference in 7 games. Wow, an upset, and the Anaheim Mighty Ducks are advancing to round number 2. Courtois, 9 points in 7 games. What a first round for him. And now we're facing Nathan McKinnon and the Colorado Avalanche. So it's not getting any easier. They have a stacked team. Burakovsky, McKinnon, Rantanen, Landeskog on a second line. So they break up that first line probably for chemistry reasons. But, I mean, Landeskog, he's a power forward. McKinnon is a playmaker. Rantanen's a sniper. I mean, that top line should have +3, if not +5. So I'm surprised he's there. Kadri, Saad, Yost, Soderberg, Donskoy, Comfort, Belmar, and Calvert. Definitely a similar team to Dallas. Stacked top 6, bottom 6 not as great. Girard, Makar, 87 overall at 22. Johnson, Taze, Grace, Nemeth, and in goal, Philip Grubauer and Devin Dubnyk backing him up. I noticed that he was involved in some trade requests close to the trade deadline. So let's simulate a few games here against the Colorado Avalanche and see how we can fare. See if we can repeat another upset. After 2 games, and we're down 2-0. Not looking good. 5-3 loss and a 6-2. We win game number 3 going into Colorado. Oh, game number 4 we lose. So going to Colorado here down 3-1. It's going to be tough. And we lose. So we lose in 5. Colorado, definitely a very strong team. I'm happy that they did well against the Stars. 15 points in 12 games for Maxime Comtois, 10 assists, so he went off in the playoffs. 12 points, point per game for Raquel. That's pretty good there. Goaltending wasn't great. 5 and 7 for Gibson. Still 90 overall. Hopefully, you can keep that rating until we get good. Get our young stars in, call him up from the AHL. Once our prospects grow, if Gibson is still good, he's not making a lot of money, our window could be pretty big to win. Hopefully so. Similar to the draft, let's take a look who won it. The Colorado Avalanche won the Stanley Cup. The Rockford Ice Hogs won the Calder Cup. So we did lose to the eventual Stanley Cup winner. If you're going to lose, might as well lose to the best. New Jersey wins the draft lottery. They finished last. San Jose moves from 14-2. Wow, so they jumped off quite a bit. Canadians with pick number 3. Take a look now at the retired players. Hossa, Zetterberg, Gaborik. Chera retires at 44 as a member of the Capitals there. And then in goal, no goaltenders retired this year. So I wasn't expecting to make the playoffs. We made it to round number 2. And Comtois grew to an 87 overall. Wow, 87, medium top 6 at 22. Wow, that big year really helped him out. Sam Steele still an 82 overall. When I take a quick look at a couple of guys at top line, there, Raquel 85, Silverberg 84. So that top line plus 5, they're gonna be sick. That's really good to see. When I take a look now at the playoff tree, so we lost against the Avalanche. They beat the Oilers in 6 and they beat the Lightning in 6. So Tampa Bay Lightning there made it to the Stanley Cup final, just like in real life. Right now, as I'm recording this, is the day after the OT win for the Montreal Canadiens, Josh Anderson. So it's now a 3-1 series. So Habs are not getting swept. They're putting in a fight, but obviously the Tampa Bay Lightning are an extremely good team. It's going to be tough to come back. Colorado Avalanche win the Cup, presents to the Bruins, and they beat the Lightning. Individual awards, Art Ross goes to McKinnon, Hart goes to Sagan, Norris goes to Quinn Hughes, Lady Bing to McKinnon, Calder to Niels Hoglander, then Rantanen with the Conn Smythe, Rask with the Vezina, as well as William M. Jennings, Bill Masterton to Murphy there, Wild Coach with the Jack Adams, the Selke goes to Ryan O'Reilly, Ted Lindsay to Sagan, and the Maurice Rocket Richard to Ovi. So McKinnon, he wins some hardware. He wins the Art Ross. He wins the Lady Bing. He wins the Stanley Cup. Big year for the Colorado Avalanche. So we're going to move on to the NHL entry draft and see what prospects we can get. We do have pick in the first round. 18th overall. It's not bad. Let's see what's available. So we do have a guaranteed medium elite here at 17. Aatu Ratu is supposed to go at 17th overall. And if we can move up just one pick and get him, that'd be huge for us. Take a look if there's any low elites later on in the draft. I'm going to see if there's any gems as well. You never know. Kolosov there, 131st. It's going to be a later pick. I'm going to see if I can trade up maybe to pick number 15 just to be able to get Ratu for sure. Now looking at a draft class, and it's not very deep. There's not a lot of guarantees up that I'm interested in. Aatu Ratu, if we can get him, that'd be huge. He's centerman there, obviously out of Finland. Similar to James Van Riemsdyk, ETA only 2 years away, which is good. Now, I'm willing to part ways with one of my seconds because I do have 2 second round picks. Again, I'm going to try to get number 15, just get a couple spots ahead and kind of guaranteed I could get him. So we're moving up 3 spots from 18th to 15th. I'm going to give away one of our seconds. We do have our own, and then we have one from the Boston Bruins, which is all the way at 58th overall, so it's almost a third. So a first and a second might seem like a lot, but again, it's not very deep of a draft class. We get the guy we want, and we have another second round pick. Let's see if the Preds say yes. Trade is accepted. All right, so we're going to be picking 15th overall. Hopefully, Aatu Ratu is still there. Looks like he is, so there you go. He is a medium elite guaranteed centerman, 18 years old. So the Anaheim Mighty Ducks are proud to select out of Utland Karpat out of the Liga. Aatu Ratu, welcome to Anaheim. 68 medium elite, so it's low rated but high potential. I expect him to grow quite a bit. Hopefully he's going to be a member of our team in the years to come. I'm going to take a quick look at the top 5. So 82 overall sniper goes to the Devils. 81 overall sniper goes to the Sharks. Sanford. Lambos goes to the Sens. I had him in a few franchise modes. He always seems well. Clark, Leroux, Moncton Wildcat. One of my favorite players when he was here in Moncton, but got traded to Halifax. So no longer with the team there. Genter, Eklund, Sillinger, Olsen, Ratu there. 68 overall. Assimilate to our next pick, 49th overall in the second round. So what I'm going to do for my next pick in the second round, we do have a guaranteed top 6 forward, Oscar Olausson out of the Allsvenskan. Similar to Joe Thornton, 3 years away. I'm going to take him, guaranteed medium top 6, similar to Thornton. 64 medium top 6, definitely not bad. Next pick here is in the 4th round. Guaranteed medium starters, always nice to have. Nick Malik, Extraliga, goaltender, 3 years away. I'm going to take him. Guaranteed starter. He is 64 overall. That's pretty high for a goaltender out of the draft. I'm definitely going to take that. Happy for that pick. Let's see what I can get next. So 142nd overall. We have this guy. Scouts recommend him. Yuri Afinogenov. He's a defenseman out of Russia. 4 years away, but could be a little elite, or scouts like him. Let's see what he is. 59 low top 6. So as for our next pick, we have a few options. We have this guy here, Oskar Plandowski. He's a right defenseman / left defenseman out of the Q. Could be medium top 4. Let's take a shot in the dark. Hopefully he is. Medium top 6, 53 overall. Here in round number 6. Let's see what's available. If there's any, maybe elites. Low top 6 forward. Medium top 4 potentially. Not a lot. I'm not really impressed with this draft, and not extremely deep. Had a couple of good picks at the start, but apart from that, nothing too crazy. I'm going to take this guy here. Ethan Del Mastro has a fantastic name. Could be elite. I'm going to take him, and he's 53 overall. And that does it for our NHL entry draft. It is completed. Aatu Räty is our big pick there at 15th overall. Very happy with that. So Maxime Comtois there, 87 overall. That's awesome to see. I want to take a look how our prospects are developing there. So Ziegler is 79 overall at 20. He's definitely going to be in the team next year. So as for our centers, Getzlaf down to an 84 overall. Our center that isn't amazing, although we do have Ricard Raquel who can play center. So he is our number 1 center. So you have Ricard Raquel, Getzlaf there, 36 years old. Did have a pretty good year. I would like to keep him. $4 million for 2 years. I'm actually going to go ahead and say yes. I mean, I don't see him going down that much. It's only $4 million. I'm going to even go down to 3.75 for 2 years. So 3.75 until he's 38. It'd be nice if Getzlaf could retire as a member of the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. That'd be pretty cool for him to spend his career there. Sam Steele wants 1 year, so he basically wants to prove himself. If I go up a few years, it does get a bit more expensive, but what I'm going to do is just going to give him what he wants. 1 year, 3.4. Then we can make a decision. If he plays well, we could definitely re-sign him. Maybe give him an offer during the season where he's less expensive. It's going to give him 3.25 for 1 year. We do have $28 million of cap space, so really don't have to worry about that. Lundstrom and Heinem going to give them qualifying offers there. Plus going to play in the AHL. Lundstrom could potentially come back. Lundstrom could potentially be in our 4th line. Let's see how he grows over his summer. So Backus, we're going to release him. 77 overall at 37. No reason to keep him. Lateral just going to qualify. And I'll look at the AHL guys later. I want to take a look what our big names are, what they want. So Comtois, I'm going to qualify him. He wants 8.7 for 5 years, so definitely reasonable for an 87 overall. Max Jones there, he wants 3.2 for 1, so similar to Sam Steele. He wants to prove himself. He went up 3 overall actually to an 83, so that's good. Kind of like bridge contract, so it's going to give him what he wants there. And then qualify Comtois. Let's say if I give him a bit more, 6, 7, 8, 10 million. Going to give him 6 what he wants, so 5. Gonna try to get him at 8.5 for 6. Let's see if he takes that. A bit of a cheaper contract that he wants, but let's see if he wants to stay with the team. Now, our forward situation is pretty good. As long as we can get our couple of guys here signed, we have a lot of guys that are already inked up on contracts, so that's definitely good heading into free agency. Looking at defense, our situation with defensemen is very good. 5 guys already signed. Then we have Yoki Haru, who is an RFA, and then our AHL guys. Now, Ryan Miller does not want to come back. He's 81 overall, 4 years old. I would like to give some playing time to our younger guys. We have Stolars there, 79 overall. We have Dostal, Eriksson, Ek, who are going to be pretty good for the AHL team. I'd like them to grow. Probably going to be those two for an AHL team. Now, Ryan Miller did have some pretty good numbers last year. Stolarz, the thing is, Stolarz is on a 9.50 two-way deal right now, so he's basically free. Ryan Miller, he wants 1.8, so couple overalls higher, yes. Do I want to keep him? I'm not sure, because I could definitely use that money towards a free agent. Stolarz, he had 902, 274 numbers in the AHL. Ryan Miller does not want an extension, as much as it would be cool to keep him. He's 40 years old. It's probably going to go down overall. I'm going to say no, but I'm going to thank Ryan Miller for his service. I'm going to go in a younger direction. Probably going to have Stolarz, unless we find a very good two-way guy in free agency. Dostal, Eriksson, Ek will be our goalies in San Diego. So unfortunately, I'm going to say bye to Ryan Miller. Best of luck in free agency. So Getzlaf is going to reject. I'm going to try again with what he wants. Sam Steele signs contract. Max Jones rejects. Contour rejects as well. So I'm going to have to give them other offers. So Getzlaf is actually our only UFA. $4 million for 2 years is a bit much. I'm going to give him maybe 1 year at 3.75. So I'm going to see what he can give for 1 year. If he goes down overall, it's all good. We don't have to re-sign him. Contour, let's see here. 5 years at 8.775. I'm just going to give him what he wants. It's a pretty good deal, honestly. I really want to keep him. Max Jones there, 3.275 for 1 year. See if they say yes. Getzlaf resigns. Jones and Contour, there you go. Already done now. Yoki Haru does want 3.4 for 3 years. A bit steep for only 81 overall, though he can grow. I'm going to hold on to the UFA. I'm going to hold on to the RFAs for now. But apart from that, we're pretty much set. We have 12.9 million of cap space already. We're ready to go into free agency. So as for our center position, we have Ricard, Raquel, Sam Steele, Ryan Getzlaf. I would like to keep the same top six as we had last year with Contour and then Jones. And then on the right side, we had Niederreiter, Silverberg. We had a +5, we had a +3. That is fantastic. So really, all we're going to be focusing on is our bottom six. We have Milano, Terry. I would like to get a couple of guys in the bottom six. Zegras is most likely going to be a center. He's listed as a depth forward, so center position is pretty much set. Maybe a couple of wingers is all we need. As far as defensemen goes, our 6 defensemen are pretty much already set. We even have Yoki Haru. We have Drysdale. So I'm going to see if Yoki Haru, maybe his asking price goes down in the summer. We can focus on that later. Mahura is an RFA. So yeah, we're pretty much set already to go into free agency. Now Gibson went down 2 overalls to an 88, which is disappointing, but again, he had a rough year. The team made the playoffs, but we actually had a very strong second half. So looking at free agency, Bufflin there, 90 overall. He wants 10.5 at 36 years old. Tyson Berry, Quinn Hughes there, Nugent Hopkins, Dominic Cahoon wants 9.1 for an 85 overall. Wow. I'm going to take a look what's available here. If there's anything that catches my eye, it could help the team. Now, as for goaltending, I'm looking at Montalbo here. 80 overall at 24 years old. Had pretty good numbers last year. I'm going to try to get him as a backup. We already have a backup who's 79 overall, but we could get him. He's younger. He's 1 overall higher. He could potentially even grow a bit more, given he's only 24. So I'm going to take a shot, try to get him. Now looking at this player here, Gildom, medium top 6, 22 years old, 72 overall. I'm going to take a shot and sign him. Could potentially grow to be a good defenseman for us. Now, in terms of NHL free agents that are affordable, now we do have 11 million of cap space. We could get a couple of depth guys, or we could go after a big fish. Now, Quinn Hughes, I'm sure the Canucks are going to sign him. 10.25 million. Let's see. I don't really want to give away a lot of picks for him, but Taylor Hall there, 87 overall at 29. He wants just under 9 million. He had a fantastic year last year, 66 points. Almost 30 goals. Sniper fits on line number 3. Let's see what's available here. Now, I looked at a lot of different options for forwards. I really like Jaden Shorts there. He had 24 goals, 62 points in 82 games last year. As you guys can see, 90 all of the puck skills, shooting high 80s, almost 90. He has very good skating there, 89 speed, 86 offensive awareness, 87 offensive awareness, 85 points. So he's good all around. He would fit perfectly on line number 2, and he is a sniper, so that could always help have a good guy to put the puck in the net. Carolina is interested, so I'm going to give him a bit more, 6.5 for 3 years until he's 32. It's definitely a reasonable contract, which would lead us with about $5 million left to get another player. So I'm going to see what's available here. Now, there's a couple of guys here that could be good for depth that would only want 1 year. Like, for example, Kyle Soderberg there, 5.1. We have Matthias Janmark, Granlund. I would like to get somebody under $5 million. So in case we want to sign Yoki Haru, so we can still get that cap space that we need. So this is more of a depth piece. Granlund at 55 points, playmaker. Fits in 4, line 3. It's definitely interesting. He wants a big contract, 5 years. Nobody else is interested. I'm going to see if I can maybe give him a shorter term, like maybe 2 years at 4.75. And let's see if he's going to take that, because I think he'd be a good fit. Again, he's a playmaker, pretty good stats. Look at that speed, pretty good shooting, 90 deking, 87 stick checking, 80 shot blocking. He could play in different areas for us. So I'm going to try to get Granlund as well as Schwartz. I'm going to simulate a day, see if they sign. All right, Michael Granlund's coming to Anaheim. Rudolph Balcer, success for the AHL. Nosek as well. A couple of AHL guys there. Montalvo signs their offer, so he's going to be our backup goalie for next year, backing up Gibson. Let's see if Schwartz is going to sign. And there you go. Jaden Schwartz is coming to the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Our team is looking pretty solid for next year. We're actually listed as a buyer as a team status, which would be the same as champion last year. So Yuki Haru, let's see what he wants. 1.6. He still wants that $3 million contract. Gonna see if I can get him 1 year. We only have 1.6 million left. I'm just curious to see if he's gonna take that. If not, maybe we need to make a minor trade, just free up the cap space to keep him. It's gonna reject. I'm gonna wait it out until the end of the summer here, because I definitely want to have Yoki Haru as their bottom pairing defenseman. So I'm gonna see if he wants a bit less money there. And Colorado gives an offer sheet there, 1.095 for Isaac Lundstrom. So I'm going to see here, 1.095. Yeah, definitely going to keep him 100%. So I'm going to match him, and we're going to have to make a decision for Yoki Haru. All right, so Yoki Haru accepts. I got him for 1.635 for 1 year. That's fantastic. So our team is set. We really don't have to make any other moves as far as free agents go. I'm going to make sure the AHL team is looking good. We do have one RFA left, but I'm not too worried. I think I'm going to be able to get him signed on a 2-way deal before the start of the season. All right, so this is a quick look at the lines for next year, and I'm actually going to have to make a trade or two, because the thing is, I'm just going to show you guys this right now. We have a lot of depth. We have Heinen, 80 overall. We have an 82 overall Jacob Larson, 80 overall Braden Gooley in the AHL. And I'm sure those guys have a lot of value, Larson and Gooley. I'm going to take a look at that right now. I'm actually curious to see how much value they actually had, because we have too many good defensemen, which is a good problem to have. As guys can see here, Larson there, the value about probably a third, Gooley a bit less, Mahura still an RFA. So we have those 3 guys who could potentially make a big trade. We still have a bit of cap space, about 2.5 million. So I'm gonna have to make a trade, because we have too many good players. Again, it's a good problem to have. So top 6 is actually crazy good. Contour, Raquel, Silverberg, +5. Playing like a 92, 90, and 89 overall. That line is going to go off this year. Yeah, Sadsteel, Getzlaff, and Schwartz with a +3, playing like an 88, 87, and 87 overall. Trevor Zegras there, already an 83 overall as a rookie, 20 years old, medium elite. Listed as a third line scoring forward, but I'm potentially going to move him to second line, because he actually gets that +3 as well. I know he is listed as a third line forward, but I've seen prospects that are listed like that. Put him on second line, they'll produce and go up in overall. Jones, Zegras, Niederreiter with a +1, and Ludestrom, Granlund, and Terry, a very, very good fourth line, 83, 81, and 82 overall. So like I said, we do have some depth. We even have Sonny Milano, who scratched 82 overall. Going to be able to make a couple of moves there before the season starts. Our defense is absolutely stacked. Lindholm Jokiharju with a +3, playing like an 89 and an 86. Slavin and Fowler playing like an 87 and 85. And then Manson and Drysdale playing like an 85 on the third pairing with Drysdale, playing like an 80. Medium elite at 19 years old, 79 overall. I'm so excited for this team. I think we can definitely make a run for a cup within a year or two at the most. Goaltending Gibson down to an 88, but still amazing. I'm sure he can even go up higher. This year, I'm sure he can go back to an 89, maybe even a 90. 6.4 for 6 years is a small contract for an elite goalie like that. Then Montembeault, 80 overall, backing him up. 24 years old. So I'm going to make a couple of trades in the next episode. We're going to get the power play lines, AHL lines all set up. And yeah, he's definitely excited to do the Anaheim Mighty Ducks franchise mode. I miss that logo and that uniform and that name a lot. So Anaheim isn't a team that I've thought about doing a franchise mode of, but I thought about the idea of actually remaking their brand. So I think it's pretty fun, something unique, and definitely looking forward to this franchise mode. We have a lot of star power, a lot of young stars on this team. It's gonna be fun. So if you guys enjoyed the video, do drop a like. Would appreciate that. Subscribe if you're new as well. Hit the notification as well as get notified whenever new videos go live. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a great day.